Hello, hello, and welcome back to Password. We're doing things. We just had fun with everyone, right? Yeah. Wordlessly, we wandered away from the dining room and headed upstairs. I wasn't sure whose room to go to at first, but I settled on his being the first one I came across. I closed the door behind us and rubbed my thumb over the back of Tyson's hand. Should we talk about what happened? He shrugged, slipping his hand from my grip. I just wanted to let people know that we were, boyfriends? Yeah. Sal having been there when, well, can we not bring that up? Is there anything I can say or do to help? Dude, I don't know. I love you. I love you too. Did that help? He shrugged, scratching his neck. You know what's kind of fucked? No? That I consider just letting you take it out on me. Do what I was going to do to you, but to me, or whatever. I don't think that'd help all that much. Plus, I don't think I'd feel right about doing that. I could see how a flat Tyson had his tail against his rear, and not liking the idea all that much either. Do you think if I'd just said something sooner, things would be less fucked? I think if you'd said something sooner, we'd both be more fucked. I chuckled, nudging him playfully to try to get a reaction. 'Cause, you know. I know. Because we'd have been having sex already. Dave, I get it. Oh, good. But you're right. If I'd said something sooner, then we'd probably have had a bit of fun, sure. And is that so bad? No point really thinking about it. Was too chicken shit to say anything before. If you could go back and change that, would you? What do you mean? Things worked out, right? So if we could start all this sooner. Good luck getting that out of me. What if I told you that I loved you? Yeah, like that worked last time. Probably would just push you away. Oh. Look, I don't know what we're meant to do. You're not going to say we should call it off, are you? Fuck no, you're mine. Okay, that should also probably change. Huh? You're mine too? But you shouldn't say it so possessively. I don't get it. What I mean is, like, I don't want you to think I belong to you. His confusion didn't seem to leave his face, and I took him by the hand towards the bed. Like, what would you say if I said to people that you belong to me? I don't see a problem with it. Really? We're in this together, right? You're my boyfriend, I'm your boyfriend. That's all I'm saying. I guess so long as that's all you mean by it, it's fine. You think I was going to collar you or something? If either of us was going to be wearing a collar, it'd be you. He sat down and I followed suit to sit next to him. A whole day earlier, we were just like this, having a serious conversation. And then he kissed me, a moment that changed what we were to each other. I don't regret what happened. I don't regret where we are now. I don't regret loving you, either. I just wish I'd told you sooner. All that matters is that we got here. It was bumpy, but we got here. Orlando was pissed. He was. Probably going to be awkward around the group for the next bit, huh? Only if you make it awkward. We're a team now. Beyond just the scavenger hunt, I mean. I don't really deserve you. I nudged him in the side, and he put an arm around my shoulder. Just keep a low profile, and I'm sure things will be fine. Although, if you do anything, then I'm obligated to at least tell at least Dean after yesterday. Right. So hopefully that helped. A little. I put a hand on his leg, figuring I could be daring enough to slide it towards his crotch, but he stopped me carefully. Sorry, I'm not really feeling it. Oh, that's fine. I just thought it might make you feel better. Any other time, yeah, it probably would. But knowing that what went down, yeah, happened because of exactly this, it's like guilty, I guess. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. He got up and wandered over to the bathroom quietly, closing the door behind him without another word. Soon I heard the water running, and it was clear he was just taking a shower. Taking a shower, much in the same way I did when I needed it to unwind and process things. For a moment, I considered joining him, but I felt maybe being naked around each other right now wasn't going to help. Shower is yours. Feeling any better after your shower? All I got was a shrug before he settled into bed, flat on his back. Ty? He turned slowly to me, turned to me, grimacing. I love you. I crawled over and draped myself over him, nestling into the spot under his chin. In turn, he placed an arm around me, started playing with my fur. You ever think about getting married? Huh? Just wondering. I don't know. Maybe a couple times. Something for, like, much later. Alright, sure. Is that... What's bothering you right now? Getting married? Just thinking about the collar thing. And I guess the belonging to each other thing, too. Basically just what getting married is, right? I suppose so. So, like, what if I did wear a collar for you? I think that's not needed. We're not married either, so, like, I don't think I understand. Right, yeah. Did you want to wear a collar for me? Look, it was just an idea, alright. He pried me off of him and sat up, looking over to a pile of his clothes on the floor. I made you something. Left it in one of my pockets. What is it? He shrugged and wandered over to the pile of clothes he was still staring at, starting to rummage through them. Sure enough, a pair of his shorts had a pocket bulging, and I reached in and pulled out what was in it. What's this? You're the one thing that makes shit. I figured I'd give it a go too. What was in my hand looked like a string with things woven through it, or tied along its length. It's very nice. Yeah, well, it's a piece of shit is what it is, but I made it for you, so... I brought it back over to the bed and sat down next to Ty looking at it. Is it, was meant to be a fucking friendship bracelet. Picked up shit from around the house and made it. Well, did you want some help making it less disappointing? Nah, it's fine. I'll just give it another go some other time. Just look forward to something, yeah. For so long as it's not a collar, we should be fine. Fine. No collars until we're back home. Shaking my head, I wandered over to the light switch and undressed to join Ty in bed. Let's get some sleep. I think we could, both use a good cuddle. The moment I was under the covers, he held me close, chest to chest. He nestled in under my chin this time, sighing as he drifted off in my arms. I spent the next little bit listening to the shifting of the house, waiting for sleep to find me, as I thought about what had happened. Was what Ty done at dinner brave or just dumb? Given we had no way of knowing Sal had overheard things, it was probably a neither, and him just waiting to show me off. The thought made me smile, that he was proud to have me with him in this way, and cuddled up next to him. I fell asleep to thoughts of my boyfriend. Okay, so we'll, I guess we'll have to, it's not that far in the video, so we'll, oh wow, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it, Dean? You know, we'll just go down the list, right? Okay. Okay, so that's the same. My eyes adjusted to the massive brown fur that I was using as a pillow, and I remembered where I was. Dean seemed to still be asleep as I cuddled against his chest, a thought that was reinforced immediately from how loudly he snored and seemingly woke himself up with. His arm flexed, a face scrunched up into a grimace before his eyes slowly opened. Huh? Morning, Dean. He looked down to me, still in a daze, before he realized that was happening. Oh, good morning. Did you sleep well? I slept, yeah. But not well. Did something happen? No, just a strange dream, that's all. He yawned wide and unrestrained, his arm around me, rubbing my shoulder and back. Is strange bad? Just confusing. I'll figure out what they mean later. Sitting up, I rubbed my eyes and looked about Dean's room. The few plaid shirts littering the floor made me smile as he sat up to join me, a hand on my waist. Sure you don't want to talk about them? I guess it's more not knowing how to start talking about them. Like, have you ever had dreams that were so real you swore you were awake? Oh yeah, I've had those. Lucid dreams. So it was kind of like that, just about the vacation maybe. It just felt so real. Dean leaned over and kissed me sweetly on the cheek, rolling over to check his phone. Anything bad? Not really, just strange is all. Well, how about you? How are you feeling? Did you want to sleep in some more, or get up? Could go either way, given the time. I doubt everyone's going to be up at this point. Placing a hand on his chest, I found my hand trailing his front, contemplating the options. Or, if not sleep, we could stay in bed and do other things. I could feel his hands on me again, just touching, but everything was kept above the belt. I think I'm still tender from last night. It was great, but I might need to recover. That's what you get for being too eager. I did say we could just go slow. Yeah, well, I was excited. He hugged me close, and I hugged him back as he rested his chin atop my head. Once you're walking right, you let me know and we can go again. No rush. We've got all the time in the world. If I'm being honest, part of me was worried that I couldn't keep up. Our situation's not helping much either. Don't really have the freedom to fully experiment until we get back home, but all that stuff is just nice. It's not the be-all end-all for the relationship, including ours. Okay, yeah. So, what's it going to be? Sleep or get up? I think I've had enough sleep, but what I really could go for is a cup of coffee and some breakfast. Well, come on then. We threw on some clothes and made our way down, Dean leading the way with a happy stride in his step. I followed close behind as he descended the stairs, feeling lighter and legitimately happier as we made our way into the dining room. Okay, that's cute. It was accompanied with a slow wink as he brought a piece of toast slathered with honey up to his mouth, and chuckled as I almost I almost missed my mouth when my next sip of coffee. Okay. Okay. Okay, the whole thing with this whole conversation. Yes, yes, yes. It's all good. Saddle music. Oh, yeah, the whole thing with conversation with Benson's all the same. Okay. Oh, okay. I shuffled closer to Ty and leaned against him, and he leaned against me. Leaned against, me back. Wait. And he leaned against me back. Okay. Do you, think he's suffering? Hard to say. I imagine it wasn't, easy to come out and tell us that he's, dying, given he's kept it from us this long. Feels a little strange to bring it up now, doesn't it? If not now, when? I imagine his condition worsened. Suddenly, that might cause us more alarm, than if he, knew what to, that we knew what to expect, right? Or, if he, just didn't wake up one morning. Dude, too real. It's true, though. One day he might just, go to bed and that's it. That sounds really sad. That we just, wouldn't know that when we're, saying goodnight. It'll be the last time, right? I guess that's how it goes, right? Anything you say to someone could be the last thing you say to them ever. Ty pulled back, looking me over with a stern look, focusing on me and looking me over so I couldn't keep eye contact. What's wrong? Just looking. Dude, just say it. Shut up. Say what? Just in case, yeah. I love you. You know that, right? You big softy. Are you going to tell me that you love me too next? No. Ouch. What if I say please? Still no. Thanks, Ty. I love you too. See? There you go. Happy family. Ty rolled his eyes and patted me on the head in the same motion, sitting back in his beanbag. That was cute. That was, you know. Okay, I was about to say, like, this should be different, right? Since Deanie Boy is here. Do you remember, when we were foraging for mushrooms, and he asked me something? Something that I, felt wasn't, my place to say. Yeah? I've, known since then. He confided in me that long ago that was, happening, and made me promise to look out for you in case, Tyson did anything. Or if you were sad, that I'd, at least keep an eye out. You didn't say anything to me. He said not to tell. Besides, it's his news to share anyway. Oh, so he told. Okay. Interesting. That's true. But that would explain why you didn't seem all that surprised at breakfast. Okay. Oh, I assume all of this is going to be the same, right? Like, there's no reason for this to be, like, different. Okay, so it's really just the morning, the scene with, when you're gathered with everyone, and I guess the bedtime scene that's going to be different in each. That's unfortunate, a little bit, you know? No, my eyes wandered over to Dean. Oh, right, yeah, the confession scene. Okay, so it's the confession scene, maybe something, okay. Okay. My eyes wandered over to Dean, who was calmly, rising from his spot with a smile on his face. I half expected him to do the thing where you hit a spoon on your glass to get everyone's attention. Everyone! I feel now's a good time as any to come out and say this, but last night something wonderful happened. I started chuckling under my breath, made worse when he gave me a wink before continuing. Some of you are already aware, but I figured it'd be better to have everyone in the loop already. I looked around the table and immediately found everyone staring at me, a mix between, bored, expectant, and knowing. Dave and I had dinner last night, and now we're going steady. Oh, okay. Flash, that's, you know, he has one of the cutest smiles in this game. I'm sorry. I flashed my friend a toothy smile. My friend's a toothy smile. Unsure of what their reaction was going to be given the mix of expressions I was getting. They turned to one another, almost having a silent conversation with one another. Before all at once, I looked to Dean. Finally! Yeah, we've been pseudo-dating for, like, a year or two, right? Isn't that what they said? Something like that. Dean looked like, well, I guess like a year, right? Oh, I don't remember the timeline anymore. Dean looked like he'd been slapped across the face, blinking a few times before looking at everyone at the table. Well, I'd like to also take a chance to congratulate the happy new couple and also claim my fair share of credit for putting on a brilliant night, if I do say so myself. He's so happy that we got together with Dean so that he no longer has to worry. Orlando's nice, but like, I'm sorry. But these two are just kind of hot, you know? I probably want someone more like Haas, though. Like in real life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, well, just remember to take care of him, or we're going to have problems. Let them have this. It's a miracle that they got to this point as it is. Wow, that's kind of mean. Oh, I meant more than anything, considered the odds were looking like. You two would, never make it official. Well, that's disheartening. We would have, gotten there eventually, right? Oh, I'm surprised. Literally no one else tried to make a move on you in the time it took you two to work it out. I look around the table and everyone's attention seemed to be elsewhere, presumably not wanting to be involved in the conversation now that Orlando has taken it over. So, what happens now? You do all the gay shit in front of us now, and we have to put up with it. We don't have to if it's going to make people feel uncomfortable. But I am going to exercise my right to doubt on my boyfriend when I feel like it. Like kisses and whatever? Yeah. So long as it's limited to, that, I don't think, we'd have any problems. If I walk in on the two of you fucking in some random room, there's going to be issues. I promise to behave. Can't say the same for Dave, though. Hey, I can behave. Good to know. Cause I'm not sure if I can. I'm with Tyson. I don't want to walk in on it either. Sal, stood next, scratching his chin. This might make a guy's night a bit problematic. Why? You're all guys, so that should be fine. I think you're missing the point, Broswell. I'm more interested in when, guys' night was a thing. It's, what Dean and I do every week, as a bonding activity. Oh, yeah? What's involved? We go bowling. Oh, how fun. I have a potential solution, but we'll see. What's the solution? I start inviting Tyson. Why Tyson? I look across the tie, and he seemed just as confused, shrugging when he saw me looking at him. You already have an anime club. If Dean is spending time with his boyfriend, I feel, Tyson would now like the company. What am I, chop liver? Presumably you'd be hanging out with Orlando, right? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. I look over to Orlando, who seemed to be struggling at keeping up with the conversation, but knew that he, should be offered. That he should be offended. Not offered, what? Okay. Dean, meanwhile, was watching me with a warm smile on his face, and gesturing towards the door with a motion of his head. We can still figure out all of this later. For the time being, I think it's a good thing overall. Something nice to break up what's been happening of late.
It's not a wedding, but I'll take it.
Sure, could always do with nice things. Just don't let it go to your head, Dean. We still need to get off this mountain. I could tell that he wasn't paying attention completely. All Sal's comments got was a roll of the eyes, with the smile never leaving his face. Instead, he got up and gestured for me to follow, making his way over to the door. I'm going to go in for the turn in for the night. Thanks again for dinner, guys. There he goes. Just watch. Dave will be joining him soon. Is that all right? May I be excused?
I don't think anyone's gonna stop you.
Is this what they mean by honeymoon period? Seems like it. Go on, Dave. I'll clean your plate this time.
Thanks, Sal.
I could hear Tyson scolding Sal for spoiling me, but I continued on, looking around for Dean. Was beginning to think you weren't going to follow. I'm not used to just leaving the table like that, and like, leaving with someone else means stuff too. Like what? Well, you know, bed stuff. Got a taste, and that's all you can think about? What about the other stuff? Like what? Like just sitting and talking, cuddling up and passing the time. Doesn't always need to be sexual. I know, I'm just looking forward to next time already, sorta. Reckon you can handle it again. Thought things might still be tender. Well, instinctively my tail curled curled itself close to me, remembering the night before, the feeling, the adrenaline rush, and then the new kind of soreness that followed. I'm going to go upstairs and take a shower. Then I'm going to lay on my bed in my underwear until it's time to sleep. Would you like to join in? Would you like to join your bear friend for some quality cuddling? Oh my god, Dean. Dean, please. Bear friend? Don't you mean boyfriend? Do I? Does that mean the answer is no? No. I mean, yes, just upstairs time. I took Dean by the hand as I rushed past, trying my best to drag him up the stairs with me, but for the most part he let himself be led along. It was right in Dean's room where once we were inside, I found myself being picked up, thrown over his shoulder, and him gently closing the door behind us with his foot. Hey! He laughed, wandering over to the bed and half placing me down on it, so I bounced. I'm gonna go have a shower. Make yourself comfortable. I shouldn't be too long. Did you want company? Did you want to join me? Want? Kinda, a little. Should probably not. Let's make it a plan for tomorrow night, then. Assuming you're all healed up. Oh, okay. I won't be long. You're welcome to have, one after I'm done, too. Be right back. With another wave, he disappeared into the bathroom, while I waited in the, small impression I'd made upon my landing on his bed. Looking around the room, I could still see that he's not bothered to put away any of his identical plaid shirts, that seemed to dot the place, marking him almost as messy as Ty was. Not that I wasn't used to it. It was why, without even thinking about it, I started bundling things up and giving each a quick sniff to decide if it was dirty or clean, and condensing what was many piles into just two. What are you doing? Just organizing. He looked between me and the underwear in his hands, raising a brow. I promise, it was just a little messy is all. Well, thanks for cleaning up. You didn't have to, you know. Sure, but I had to do something while I waited, or I guess I assumed I should make myself useful. Don't go thinking you need to be useful. At least, you're, doing great as you are. By doing nothing? Remember, we're on vacation, aren't we? That's true, yeah. Now, why don't you go have a shower and join me in bed when you're done? I'm going to read a book while I wait to be tired. My shower was about as quick as Dean's, and by the time I got out, Dean was still sitting there reading his book. There was no talking, really. He just wrapped an arm around me while I cuddled into his chest, and found myself getting drowsy sooner than I thought I would. And then I was asleep, cradled in the warmth of my boyfriend. Okay. Okay, I was curious. He's the one holding the gun in this. Okay, Dean. Okay. He's, big. He's got a bit of junk. Oh no. Oh, Dean, stop. Oh no. I'll see you around, guys.